Hi there, welcome back to the channel. In this video we'll be exploring Blobmesh, specifically it acting as a liquid with a low viscosity. I'm going to start off by making a particle system and making sure that is rotated so that when the particles flow out of it, it's flowing out horizontally. Then moving that out from the center and above the plane. I'm going to open the particle view window. We're going to change the pivot icon to pivot, modify the speed, and divergence. So then we can see when the particles flow out, they're separating. We're going to change when the particles stop birthing, so the last frame out of 100, so they never stop being born. We're then going to add in some forces, so gravity in the top view, and then in our particle window view, we're going to scroll across to the forces operator, drag in forces, select add by list, then select the gravity so that when we move the frames that gravity is working. Then going to add a wind force. In the right view this time. Then move that out of the way. They're going to modify the strength of the wind, the turbulence, the frequency, scale. Keep that the same. Then we can see the particles flowing down. Going to make sure we add that wind to our particle view window so that now you can see that's being affected. We're now going to add a deflector. In the top view window. We can see the deflectors not working just yet. But when we open our particle view window, slide across to collision, add that, select the collision, add by list, and then select the deflector. And then we can see when we move the frames that the particles are now deflecting from that surface. we're going to set to, instead of colliding multiple times, we're going to set that down to 3. And take the bounce down to 0.2. There we go. Just gonna set up the friction on the deflector. The variance, the chaos. So it's more acting like a viscous liquid. Next, we're going to add in an object that the particles will deflect from. So I've got a sphere, going to make it a hemisphere, so 0.5. Make sure that's lined up with the plane and from where the particle flow is coming out in the top view. And select the U deflector. Put it on the top. Modify, pick the object, and we want to pick that hemisphere. So we've got it selected there. And then we're going to click on collision. And then add that hemisphere. So that when the particles fall down, that they're deflecting. We're going to once again edit the bounce, so 0.2, just so when those particles come out that they're really acting like that viscous liquid that we're after. So we'll go and change the friction. The variance, the chaos, we're going to select birth. And make more particles. So we'll say 700. Yeah. Next we're going to go compound objects, Blobmesh. We're just going to pick a point and then go into modify, scroll down, turn on large data operations and coarseness. Scroll down, we'll up the viewport to 10. Then pick where our particle source is coming from. And then we'll play it. There we go. There's our liquid blob mesh over our hemisphere deflector. Just zoom in to see it a bit better.